السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome and Ramadan Mubarak. This is our first day and Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this chance. We will start inshallah with the live adhan and inshallah will be following the adhan. And then after that, inshallah, we'll start recitation. We'll hear the adhan live now from Fahad. Jazakallah khair. Fahad, go ahead, inshallah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه المقام المحمود الذي وعد محمد النبي. اللهم تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. Dear brothers and sisters, this was a live adhan by Brother Fahad, and now we will be hearing a recitation from the beginning of Quran, starting Surah Al-Fatiha and the first rubu' of Hizb of Surah Al-Baqarah, about 3 pages, inshallah, by our beloved Brother Amr, inshallah. Brother Amr, you are live, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا ونؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ألا إنهم هم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون.
ما شاء الله، بارك الله فيك، جزاك الله كل خير، وتقبل الله طاعتكم. So, inshallah, in the remaining few minutes, I would like to highlight some of the meanings and some of the insights about Surah Al-Fatiha. And Surah Al-Fatiha being the first chapter in Quran, there are many things to be said about this surah, and we could spend hours and hours, and we cannot finish that. But let me just share with you, inshallah, some of the great meanings that we and insights that we, inshallah, can live with during this month of Ramadan. And especially that this is a surah that you will be repeating in every rak'ah of your prayer. So whether it is in the fard prayer or in the Taraweeh prayer, you will be reciting this as many as possible. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, as it was reported in the authentic hadith by Abu Sa'id ibn al-Mu'alla, Abu Sa'id ibn al-Mu'alla, one of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, said that I was with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam one day, and he took me by the hand in the masjid, and he said, I want to teach you a surah that is the greatest in the book of Allah. But that will be before we leave the masjid. As they were getting out of the masjid, Abu Sa'id radiallahu anhu said to Rasulullah, didn't you tell me that you will be teaching me this surah? And he sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, hiya as-sab'u al-mathani wal-Qur'an al-azim alladhi utituh. That it is the surah of Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, which is Surah Al-Fatiha, and it is Sab' al-Mathani, which means the 7 repeated verses, wal-Qur'an al-azim alladhi utituh, and the glorious Qur'an that was revealed to me. So this is one of the hadith. Another hadith that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, as it was narrated or reported in Sunan al-Tirmidhi, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ مَا أُنزِلَتْ فِي التَّوْرَاةِ وَلَا فِي الْإِنْجِيلِ وَلَا فِي الزَّبُورِ وَلَا فِي الْفُرْقَانِ مِثْلُهَا. That I swear by the one whose my soul is in his hand, that there has never been any surah revealed, neither in the Torah nor in the Bible, nor in the Zabur, which is the book of Dawood alayhi salam, that there has never been a surah revealed to any of these books before that is equivalent to Surah Al-Fatiha. A third hadith is the hadith that was revealed, that was reported in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, at which Rasulullah has said, لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ بفاتحة الكتاب أو بأم الكتاب. That there is no prayer, that your prayer will not be accepted if you do not recite Surah Al-Fatiha in it. So just to have a few insights about the ayat there, the Surah Al-Fatiha is very unique actually, as it is the opening of the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the uniqueness in this comes really in the first few ayat. So let's just pay attention to how it proceeds, inshallah. The first one, in the name of Allah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, is the first ayah in Surah Al-Fatiha. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim both means merciful, but Ar-Rahman means the entirely merciful, and the to everyone, whether it is human, non-human, Muslim, non-Muslim, and Ar-Rahim is the especially merciful for the believers. The second ayah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the worlds. the world of the worlds, the Lord of the words. And that alhamd in Arabic is very different from other words that we perhaps use. For example, we say shukr and alhamd, and sometimes we use them interchangeably. But in fact, alhamd is very unique in the sense that alhamd means that you praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you describe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all the qualities of perfection, as a matter of love and glory, that you glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you describe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all qualities of perfection. And that is how it is different from others, that you may thank someone who you don't love, and we call that shukr. But when you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you thank him with love and you thank him as you glorify him subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second ayah says, the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the entirely merciful and the especially merciful. Maliki Yawmiddin, the sovereign of the day of recompense. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. It is you we worship and it is you we ask for help. And that actually, those ayat, they represent the three feelings or three type of connections that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those are what we call, we have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to love Allah. So fear, love, and hope. Fear, hope, and love. And those are three types of connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have to exist at the same time. And as you see, that when you praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being the Lord of this, of all mankind, of all that exists, that actually shows the love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that sets your direction towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your Lord. And the second one is when you say the entirely merciful, the especially merciful, that just gives you hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah is the one who is merciful of everything, who will bestow his mercy upon everything that exists, and especially for those believers. And the third one, the sovereign of the day of recompense. When you imagine the day of recompense and you imagine that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the sovereign of it, that's when you have the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those are three types of connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have to coexist at the same time. And that's what Surah Al-Fatiha reminds us, so that we are always connected with Allah with all aspects, fearing him, hoping in his reward and in his so we please him, and of course that we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that sets our direction towards Allah and not towards anything else. Brothers and sisters, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this the most beneficial Ramadan and the most unique Ramadan for everyone, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. This is our first session, and inshallah tomorrow we will be doing the same thing. We will be having the same style adhan, the Quran, then a short khatirah, and inshallah I hope and I expect that everyone, every person, every family, they will establish their taraweeh together at their homes and do the taraweeh just like they were in the masjid. May Allah accept from all of us. Ameen. Jazakumullah khair. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira.